I'm with Dr. Maxwell, and we're going to discuss about sex. Daktari,
Yes.
Karibu leo.
Asante. Thank you guys, viewers watching. Remember to subscribe HEALTHWING while YouTube, and then the notification button, press it. And today ameshasema the topic is about sex. All the facts, the myths about sex, we're gonna cover them here today. Stay tuned.
One can get pregnant when she has sex during periods.
Absolutely no. Absolutely no.
You can never get pregnant.
During
Pregnancy.
menses you cannot get pregnant.
Really?
Yes. You get to ask yourself. I've had several ladies come to me asking me about safe days.
Yes.
It's all about this idea about safe days. You get to understand what happens when you get pregnant. When a lady or somebody gets pregnant, it means there was production of that ovum from the ovary, and then there was penetration of the sperm that made the ovum somewhere there due our the reproductive system ya mwanamke. So but what happens when somebody is menstruating on your periods? It means that ovum was produced, it never met with the sperm, it is shedding. Now the shedding of blood is basically that ovum that is breaking off.
Most of the people menstruate for maybe 10 days.
Now that depends on how the hormonal profile levels in the body are, because different ladies have different periods.
Yeah.
Like one can have irregular periods, irregular menses, some have regular menses. Some, their periods take for 3 days. Some takes for 1 week. Now one, it can go for 14 days, 1 month. Now that is irregular, depending on circumstances. What has caused these periods to be irregular? Now you come to ask yourself, why are my periods irregular? Have you used any family planning? Are you emotionally stressed? Have you changed your diet? Have you changed your climate? All these factors now can bring irregular menses when somebody has irregular menses. But you don't get pregnant when you are on your menses. I want to make it clear. Maybe if you can gamble between these days to call them safe days, actually we say there are no safe days, but there is a way you can gamble in between. You calculate during that time. Now there is that the body is now preparing itself for the next cycle. So that's basically where it comes in about safe days. But you can never get pregnant if you understand the physiology, how it happens of pregnancy. You can never get pregnant ukiwa na menses zako au ukiwa na periods. That was the question. That's a myth.
Hata kama unanyeshanga masiku ngapi?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. And does the vagina have a... People say that vagina has a fishy smell. That, that's the original smell of the vagina. Is it a myth or a fact?
To me, I'll say that's a myth. It's never a fact on that, because every girl, every lady has got the vagina of that lady has a different smell. The normal odor of that vagina of every lady is different. It has no specific smell, say it's fishy smell for every lady. No, it's a myth.
Okay.
Yes.
And does the food that one takes affect the odor of the vagina?
I'll say to some extent, yes. Yes. That's why maybe when somebody has had current issues na odor, ile harufu ya the vagina, we advise them to look at the diet. What is your diet? What do you take? in most patients, in most people with even that bad odor, you tell them to take plenty of water, yes, reduce on the sugars and all stuff, so that to make.
So sugars can make one have a.
Yeah, no, not it can make, it can contribute too.
Okay.
Yes, it can contribute. So you're trying to look at what are these foods that are making this odor to become different. What are they that you started to have? Because what makes this vagina have that smell is the discharge. Yes. So it can have an abnormal discharge. That abnormal discharge is the one that has that smell. So you try to look at what has caused this abnormal discharge. Is it infections? Now this abnormal discharge that is giving that abnormal smell, what has caused? We've gone to an extent even advising people to take yogurt. Yes, the natural yogurt, like last time you said on this, it makes the odor of that area to become the normal one.
Does natural yogurt mean no flavors?
Sorry?
Does natural yogurt mean that it's yogurt with no flavor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Na lemon biscuit tutakuta sana. Okay, the next question, we're almost to the last. Does anal sex give hemorrhoids? Before you say yes or no, what are hemorrhoids?
Hemorrhoids. They are swellings. I want to make it simpler.
Yeah.
The anal region is well supplied with blood vessels,
Yeah.
the capillaries, and other blood vessels down there. So when we have other activities affecting the anal region, they can make these vessels to swell. Now that swelling at the anal region is an issue because of the swelling of the blood vessels. Now that is called hemorrhoids. You understand?
Yeah. Now
So,
you can answer the question.
anal sex does anal sex cause hemorrhoids? Obviously yes. That's why when you have somebody with hemorrhoids, you have to ask all these questions. Have you ever had history of anal sex? Because in those most patients who have been sodomized, they present with hemorrhoids. In the prisons, whatever happens in the prisons about sodomy and all the stuff, anal sex they are practiced, those people will come with hemorrhoids. Maybe others may come even with the anal prolapse. Now prolapse is a different thing. But to answer your question, anal sex with hemorrhoids, yes.
Fact. Next, does piercings in the genitals affect one's health? Does it bring infections? Does it bring diseases?
Yes, obviously yes, because now you have to understand that area is sterile. Sterile means it's clean. Introducing other things might cause infection. So you're introducing a piercing that whatever you use at the vagina opening for cosmetic purposes. But that thing at that place, it can cause an infection itself. The sterility, the procedure used to have it there is not observed. So obviously, yes, you can have infections. It can be a site of infection in the body.
What? How do you do that?
So you ask yourself how it is done out there, with how the piercing on your ears, how they done.
If this one is painful, what about why even do pierce genitals? In case you know, just comment down below. You may get to help me.
They want to attract
attract what?
Yes.
If
they want to look good.
No, if kama mtu amefika huko inamaanisha alisha attractiwa. What else? Do sugars arouse people sexually? Yaani kula vitu za sukari zinaweza kufanya ukapata na hamu ya kufanya ngono.
No, that's more about me. I've not heard of that anywhere. it's a myth. Sugar and sex, sidhani kama kuna uhusiano in between the two, because if you get to understand what is sex, how does it come about? It's about psychologically. It's about the eye centers, the brain and the body, hormonal productions in the body. Sugars, they happen, for example, like now say somebody who is diabetic. Diabetes in a man, it causes erectile dysfunction. Sugars now predisposing, they get to destroy the sexual organ. Yes. Diabetes can lead to reduced libido. So if sugars we can read that level, we can say diabetes causes reduced libido. It causes erectile dysfunction. In men, for example, with issues of diabetes, that's how I can relate. But about sugar making you sexually active, it's more of a myth.
Okay, we are getting to the last thing. I hope you've learned the way I have learned. Those were facts and myths about sex. To come is sexual health and also about hemorrhoids. As you've heard in our discussion, it's coming in deep details soon. So stay tuned here, HEALTHWING.
Thank you.